Hello and welcome to our presentation today on clinical and non-clinical entry-level apprenticeships that we offer here at the Norfolk and Norwich University Hospitals NHS Foundation Trust. Throughout this presentation, I will be giving an overview into the apprenticeships that are offered here at the Trust, inclusive of the requirements to be able to complete an apprenticeship, and I'll also be detailing the qualifications and apprentice job roles that the Trust currently offers. First off, we'll be talking about clinical apprenticeships. So what is an apprenticeship? An apprenticeship is an opportunity to earn while you learn, a chance to gain significant work experience whilst also receiving a nationally recognised qualification upon completion. The apprenticeships offered at the Trust can start from a level 2 and be offered all the way up to level 7, which is actually the equivalent of a master's degree. At the moment, only our apprenticeships at level 2 and 3 can be applied for externally, and I'll be going into more detail as to the roles and qualifications available over the next few slides. They can be completed by anyone over the age of 16, and there is no upper age limit. They're an amazing opportunity for anyone who is looking for a new and exciting career change, or those looking to develop their professional skills in the workplace. Here at the Trust, we have a highly successful retention rate for those who complete apprenticeships with us. 92% of our apprentices that complete their standard go on to obtain a substantive post with the Trust following their apprenticeship. 98% of our apprentices receive a positive outcome following their apprenticeship. So this would be inclusive of those who've gone on to obtain a job with another organisation, or those who've decided to pursue further education, such as university. We also guarantee all of our apprentices that successfully complete an interview to work on our admin and clerical or our clinical bank. This is a great opportunity to see various areas of the hospital and network with other professionals, and it would also allow you to pursue other educational settings whilst picking up, say, for example, some work at the weekend. So a little bit of information around our apprenticeship standards. The current pay for apprenticeships is £4.30 an hour, which will total £161.25 per week. After the first 12 months on one of our apprenticeships, you will be put up to national minimum wage in relation to your age. You would also be subject to a 6-month probationary period with reviews at month 3 and month 6. And you'd have 27 days annual leave spread over a 12-month period. And alongside your monthly wages, you would receive a travel allowance of £28.93 per month. So first off, I'd just like to talk a little bit about our level 2 healthcare support worker apprenticeship. Now, this is probably our main entry-level clinical apprenticeship. It's a 14-month fixed-term contract, which is inclusive of endpoint assessment. The entry requirements consist of 4 GCSEs, a grade 3 or equivalent, and like all apprenticeships, you must be over 16 years of age. You also would have needed to be a UK resident for the past 3 years, and you cannot currently be in any form of government-funded education. At the end of this qualification, you would receive a level 2 diploma in care. Over the course of your apprenticeship, you would attend 2 full college days per month, and these can be done online or face-to-face in the classroom, and would consist of a taught session, each being the equivalent of 10 hours of study time. You would also, as an apprentice, have one-to-ones with a career development mentor. This would take place every 4 to 6 weeks. You additionally have monthly one-to-ones with a college assessor. This apprenticeship is most common with our healthcare assistant apprentices. This apprenticeship is also offered at level 3, entitled Senior Healthcare Support Worker. Now, just to draw your attention to the differences, it is a 20-month fixed-term contract, again, including your endpoint assessment. Again, this would commonly be used for healthcare assistants, but in a slightly more specialist department. Next up, we have our level 3 lab technician standard. This is a fairly new apprenticeship with us and has great development pathways included as well. So it's a 24-month fixed term contract, including endpoint assessment. We're following the same entry requirements as our other apprenticeships, and you would gain a BTEC level 3 diploma in applied science. The delivery is slightly different here. So you would have weekly taught sessions with a tutor online. And again, you would have those one-to-one career development mentor meetings every 4 to 6 weeks. This would typically be used for an apprentice biomedical support worker. Next up, we're going to have a look at some of our non-clinical apprenticeships. So this is probably our most common non-clinical apprenticeship. This is the level 2 customer service practitioner. And along similar lines of the level 2 health, it's a 14-month fixed term contract. We again have the same entry requirements, and you would end up with a level 2 diploma for customer service practitioners. Now, as a non-clinical apprentice, you would be entitled to 10 hours protected study leave per month. So that's time to study and complete your work during paid work hours. And again, you would have your one-to-one meetings with the career development mentor every 4 to 6 weeks, and those monthly one-to-one sessions with your college assessor. Some typical job roles that we might see for the level 2 customer service would be receptionist, an apprentice ward clerk, and housekeeper roles. We also offer this at level 3, entitled customer service specialist. The difference being it's a 20-month fixed term contract, again, inclusive of your endpoint assessment. We have the same entry requirements, and of course you will come out with a level 3 diploma for the customer service specialist, and the delivery would be in the same format as the level 2. This would perhaps be used for a slightly more in-depth role, such as an apprentice medical secretary. Next up, we have our level 3 business administrator. This is also a 20-month fixed term contract inclusive of endpoint assessment, following the same entry requirements, and you would qualify with a level 3 diploma for the business administrator. You might see this standard used for roles such as an apprentice administrator and admin support worker and treatment scheduler. Next up, we're going to take a look at our level 3 assistant accountant technician. Now, this is a 15-month fixed term contract inclusive of endpoint assessment. Again, we're following the same entry requirements, and you would end up with a level 3 advanced diploma in accounting. The delivery of this standard is slightly different. So you would have sessions with your training provider every 2 months, as well as weekly taught sessions, which can be online or classroom based. And of course, you would still receive your one-to-one career development mentor meetings every 4 to 6 weeks. So next up, let's have a look at our level 3 engineering technician. Now, this is a much longer program consisting of 54 months, including your endpoint assessment. So this would take place over 4.5 years. Slightly different entry level requirements here. So we have 5 GCSEs, a grade 4 or above, and this must include maths and English. Again, you need to be 16 years of age or over and have been a UK resident for the past 3 years in no form of government funded education. As for the qualification, you would come out with a BTEC level 3 in engineering. Now, as for the delivery, we would have weekly taught sessions with a tutor. Again, this can be online or classroom based, as well as your one-to-one support from the career development mentor every 4 to 6 weeks. And to finish, I'd just like to say that although these are the current entry-level apprenticeships that we're offering, it's important to remember that in the world of apprenticeships, things are continually changing and evolving, with new apprenticeships being introduced and implemented regularly. Therefore, please ensure you're keeping up to date with any information posted on our websites and social media pages. Finally, I would like to signpost you to how you can get in contact with the NNUH Career Development Team. This can be through telephone or via email, and I've included these contact details on screen. Please don't hesitate to get in touch with us if you have any questions about apprenticeships or careers offered at the NHS. We also have a range of social media channels, including Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We regularly post to these sites about upcoming apprentice vacancies, opportunities available at the Trust, work experience, and other important information related to apprenticeships. With the recent addition of our YouTube page, we're looking to provide extra support in applying to jobs and vacancies, and lots of other insightful videos such as apprentice case studies. Thank you for listening today, and we look forward to hearing from you in the future.